criminal conduct. But unlike in the show, he didn't provide his mugshot as proof. That's why this bit doesn't make sense.
Quiero informar a la opinión pública que el señor ministro de Justicia tiene un plazo de 24 horas para que presente las pruebas concretas de la indicación que me hizo en el día de ayer en la Cámara de Representantes.
Then what was the mugshot then? You need more proof than that? Truth is, the mugshot didn't come into play until days after Lara's accusation. It was not the DEA, but the newspaper El Espectador who found it in their archives, and they published it in an article. And it was so damning that Pablo tried to buy every single copy in Medellin, but to no avail. This effectively killed his political career. Over the next few months, he was kicked out of the party and stripped of his US visa and parliamentary immunity. And then Lara Bonilla went on the offensive against Escobar and the other drug lords. He seized Pablo's illegally imported exotic animals from his Hacienda Nápoles estate, uncovered that 6 of the 9 Colombian football teams were owned by drug lords, and stripped them of their ownership. He denied permits for their planes and signed an arrest and extradition order against Carlos Leyder, who went into hiding. But Lara Bonilla's biggest blow against the drug lords came in March 1984, when he authorized the Colombian National Police, with the assistance of the DEA, to raid Tranquilandia. The DEA were able to find it by placing satellite tracking devices on barrels of ether that were purchased from New Jersey. The CNP arrested hundreds of workers, destroyed 7 planes, 12,000 chemical drums, and seized 13.8 metric tons of cocaine, worth over $1 billion. It was one of the biggest drug busts in history. That was when Pablo Escobar finally had enough of Lara Bonilla and put a contract on him. Then on April 30th, 1984, Pablo Sicarios, his assassins, found him in northern Bogota in a chauffeur-driven Mercedes and opened fire. Now, in Narcos, Lara Bonilla is killed before the raid in Tranquilandia in episode 4. In real life, a major reason why he died was because of it.
Esta es una operación que ha tenido un resultado inmejorable y que da una idea de la dimensión del problema del narcotráfico en el país.
But in any case, Lara Bonilla's murder shot Colombia to its core. This was unprecedented. To give you an idea of its significance, it would be like if someone assassinated the US Attorney General in DC. By killing the Justice Minister, Pablo Escobar had declared war against the Colombian state, triggering one of the bloodiest decades in its history. After the murder of Lara Bonilla in 1984, the Colombian government finally realized just how powerful the cartels had become. Now that they were the ones being targeted, there was an added emphasis to enforce extradition more than ever. If Pablo thought things were just going to end with Lara Bonilla,